Okay, so I think we are recording now. Okay, so let us start our day three. So today is the day three of the Million Rupee International Workshop. So guys, a very warm welcome to you on day three of this live workshop. And today, so all right, before I talk about today, last 2 days have been about um, how to choose the country and what all things you need to take care of when you are choosing a country and how to choose a course. I've given you the tools to which basically help you validate the information. You can do a basic search for your courses and the related information using those tools, and that will help you in understanding a lot of things yourself without actually being solely dependent on any agent in the market. Okay, so that is what we've been doing till now. And today we're going to talk about, being the day three, we are going to talk about. Um, Hold on, I'll just start presenting. Yes. So today we are going to talk about how are you going to choose an institute where you would want to study. Okay, so uh, today's topic is how to choose an ideal best fit institute. Before we actually get into the nitty gritties or the things you need to take care of when you are looking to choose an institute, you should know what is a right institute. Why does it? Why could it make a difference to a lot of things? Your dreams to study abroad, your eventual goal of settling down. Why does choosing a right institute make all the difference? Okay, so now when I say what is a right institute, a right institute uh, is the one where I am I am able to put together information on my academic and English criteria. All right, before I do that, I would rather show you something as to um, what are the basic things. For example, if I was to go to study abroad, or if I am to send my son to study abroad, what would I keep in mind? What are the things which I would look at? What are the parameters which I would consider when I am deciding upon an institute, which could be a college or a university, to study in. Okay. Now let's talk about those parameters. Now the first, so I've broadly categorized these parameters into 5 points. The first one being the academic eligibility. I would need to look at how much score have I got and what is the entry criteria for that particular institute. Okay, so I need to look at if I am eligible academically to study in a institute. I could have chosen an institute and then I start to look at my academic eligibility, or based on the country, based on the course, I shortlisted few institutes, and then I search as to what are their academic requirements, and then match them with whatever I have. Okay. The second thing which I would look at is for international education, most of the institutes require you to have a specific English language score, which could be in form of an IELTS test, a PTE test. There are different tests: IELTS, PTE, okay, TOEFL, SAT. Different exams. English tests are IELTS, PTE, TOEFL. You know, so I need to look at as to what is the English level, what is the English language proficiency level the institute I'm targeting wants me to have, and if I have the scores already, I need to look at if I'm eligible. If they do not match, I need to look at how to improve, from where to improve. If I'm planning to appear for an IELTS test, so I have a target in front of me that, for example, if a specific institute or a specific degree wants me to have 7 band or 6.5 band or 6 band, then that is my goal. That is what I want to achieve. Okay, so this is what I would look at. Um, um, this is the second point which I would look at. Okay, when deciding upon an institute. Third, I need to look at what is the annual tuition fees? What is the tuition fees for the entire program, and what is the annual tuition fees? For example, if it is a bachelor's degree, what is the tuition fees for the entire duration of the program, and what is the tuition fees semester wise and annually? Okay, so that I am able to plan my budget. I know I'm able to discuss with my family. My family knows how much money is there in their pocket and how much money is required to be spent on tuition fees. Okay, this is what I need to know. This is what I would look at. So the website or the specific link, I would give you a live demo. In few more in some more time today only, where you would see that what all information is available on a specific institute or the course link. All right. Now, what is the fourth point? The fourth point which I need to look at is what are the living expenses for example, if I decide to go to a specific institute in Sydney or in Toronto or in London, what are the living expenses in that particular area, location wise? For example, you know, now this is all common sense, guys. So if you are let me make it more simple for you. If you are looking to study in Mumbai, the living cost would be higher. Within Mumbai, the living cost would be higher in a specific area. Living cost could be slightly lower in a area which is far away from the central Mumbai. If you study in Delhi, that cost would be lower than studying in Mumbai. If you study in Chandigarh or in Punjab somewhere, then the cost would be probably lower than Delhi or Mumbai. The same way you need to look at, when you talk of international education, if you're studying in, for example, Toronto, the cost of living would be higher because it's a costly area. You know, it is more in demand. If you're looking to study in a regional area, the cost of living would be slightly lower. So you need to compare. You need to be aware of these things. You should ask these things, research yourself, or ask these things to your agent. All right, and this is also what we help you out with. All right. Now, what is the fifth point which you need to look at when you are looking to decide upon an institute? The fifth point being you need to understand as to the post-study work permit rights, which are there. For example, now this applies more in case of Australia, but I wanted to mention this point because since I have a very on this webinar and in the group in general, we have students who are looking to study in Canada, in Australia, and in UK. So it was important that I put across this point that, for example, if you're looking to study in Australia, if you're looking to study in a metro area, Sydney, for example, or Melbourne, you get a post-study work permit for 2 years. If you study in a regional area, you could get a post-study work permit of 3 years or 4 years. So that is also that could be one incentive for you to decide upon where to study. So these are the top 5 points which I would look at. As I said before, if I'm to study myself or if I was to send my son to study abroad, these are the 5 things which I would look at from a parent's perspective, from a student's perspective, and have answers to these questions. Okay, so guys, please understand this. You can take a snapshot if you want. These are the 5 things you should make a list of. You should make detailed information on these 5 points for sure. Which these are the answers to these points or queries would help you in deciding where do you eventually want to study. Okay, which institute do you eventually want to study? Now, another point which I would look at is, sorry, one second, I jumped ahead. Another point which I would look at is whether to study. When I talk about an institute, it could be a university or a college. Now, I need to understand what can I go for? Which kind of an institute can I go for? Can I go for a university? Can I go for a college? Should I go for a university or should I go for a college? Okay. Now, what is the difference between a university and a college? Now, again, let me make it more simple for you guys. For example, if you are in Delhi University, if you're in Delhi University is a university. You know, Shri Ram College of Commerce is a college affiliated to Delhi University. A university has a bigger infrastructure. It has you can see more space, more infrastructure, lot many more departments. Okay, it could be it is spread over a lot of physical area, and a university could have many colleges which is affiliated with it. Okay, and for example, now let's say Shriram College of Commerce in Delhi. That is one college which is offering you basically management degrees and other degrees also, but is smaller in size, is affiliated to Delhi University. Okay, so the fees for the university, in specifically in case of international education scenario, the fees for the university is generally higher. The fees for the college is slightly lower, and specifically in case of Canada, I want to categorically put this point across that universities generally offer degrees, bachelor's degrees or master's degrees, and colleges are the one who more on a higher side, on a maximum side, offer you diplomas, undergrad and postgrad. There are although there are some colleges who offer you bachelor's degrees also, but I'm saying it again, specifically in case of Canada, you will find degrees in universities and diplomas in colleges. Okay, so and in international education space, in international education scenario, the tuition fees for a university is slightly higher. The tuition fees for the colleges is slightly on the lower side. Okay, and you would have fewer universities and more number of colleges. It is very simple. There's only one Delhi University, but there could be 20 colleges which are affiliated to Delhi University. So the number of seats in a university are lesser because there's only just one university, for example, in one particular area. But you would have more number of seats for international students in colleges because there are more international colleges. Okay, so that is another factor which you need to look at. Obviously, then when we talk of university or a college, then the 5 points we talked about, I'm just going back to that slide. You need to look at these 5 points, get information and correlated it with the university or the college. Okay, for example, what is the academic eligibility for a university or for a college, English eligibility for a university or for a college, what is the tuition fees for a university or for a college, the same as the living expenses and the post-study work permit, so this is how what you need to look at. This is what information you will look at. Now, another factor uh, uh, when we decide upon an institute is how much scholarship does any particular institute or any particular institute in a specific location offers. Okay. Now there are, for example, broadly three types of scholarships. One is the first one is the academic based or the merit based scholarship. You need to have a lot of institutions say that, for example, if you have scored X percentage, you get 20 off, 20% off. If you have scored Y percentage, you get 30% off. If you have scored Z plus percentage, you get 40% off scholarship. So generally, the scholarships start in terms of academics or the merit base start if you have scored somewhere between 65% and above. All right. So these are called the merit based scholarships. Then the second type is the upfront scholarship. You would want to understand, you would want to check on an institute if what kind of scholarship are they offering. They could be offering merit based or upfront scholarship or both of them also. Okay, although the chances are they could be offering either one of them. When we talk of upfront scholarship, means they're saying that whoever is paying the full year of tuition fees, they are giving them 10% off. So that is more like a discount. So that is just an incentive. The universities offer this incentive to enroll students to make them pay for the full tuition fees, the full year tuition fees. So they are offering, these upfront scholarships based on these criteria. Okay. Now, then there are certain location-based scholarships. For example, let's talk of say Australia. Okay, now Australia is trying to promote its regional areas. Not Sydney, not Melbourne, not Brisbane. Regional areas where there is less population. They want the industry to grow. They want the economy to grow, and international students are the ones who bring money to the economy. Okay, so what they're saying is that if you're looking to go and study in a university or a college which is there in a regional area, we will give you 15% off in addition to your, sorry, say $10,000 off in addition to your academic scholarship. That is called a regional scholarship. That is over and above your academic scholarship also. Okay. So these are the incentives which you need to look at as a student, as a parent. It is always good to save money. Money saved is money earned. You're right. So you should also get this information as to this would help you in planning a budget. This will help you in maintaining a budget. You should know what kind of scholarships does a particular institute offer to you. So this is another point you need to look at. Okay. Now, there are some random factors, okay, which I always suggest. And when I counsel, when we counsel, when a student works with us, when a family works with us, we look at these kind of things also. For example, the language of the country. Now, here I mean, for example, if you have to go to Cuba, okay. Now, Cuba in Cuba, the most often spoken language is French. Okay. Now, if I'm to go to study, if I want to study in Cuba, it would be an advantage if I would learn French from my home country. That from if I would do a basic French language, French speaking course, if I would have a basic functional knowledge of French, it would really help me when I go to study in Cuba. So I could look at these factors as well. Now, another thing being this is more in case of students who are looking for master's courses, whether the course is academic based, course based, or your degree is research based. Not all institutes offer you academic based master's degree and a research based degree. So if you want to study a master's which is research based, there are specific institutions you would want to check whether your institution is offering you that particular degree or not. Okay. Now, you should look at your employability options after you finish your degree. If you're studying in a particular area, particular institution, what kind of economy is there in that particular area? What is the industry which is there? How is your institute in any way connected with the industry? Do they kind of do they invite industry to come in and meet students? Is there any interaction per se? These things would make a difference when it comes to finding a job, when it comes to networking. So these things could help you. Okay. And then the next thing which I would also look at the duration of the course. Which does your institution offer you a 3-year degree or a 4-year degree or a 2-year diploma or a 1-year diploma? So these are the broad factors, which I would look at when I'm looking when I'm helping a student finalize a institute to study abroad. So I'm going to quickly sum up. I'm going to go back a little bit and just very quickly take you through what all things which I need to look at when you're looking to select an institute: academic eligibility, English eligibility, your annual tuition fees, your living expenses if you go to study in a particular area, and the post-study work rights if you are looking to study in a particular area. This is more in case of Australia. Okay. You should go. Where can you go? Should you go in a university? Should you go in a college? Okay. Uh, you should also look at what scholarships are being offered by the respective university or the college, whether they're offering merit-based or upfront or regional-based scholarships. You should look at, and then these general 4 points. The language of where you're going in. For example, in Cuba, you might want to learn French French before you fly. You know whether the institution is offering you the kind of course you want. If you want to study your master's, research-based masters, whether that institution is offering that degree. What are the employability options after that degree? How good is your institution connected with the economy, with the local industry? Okay, what are the duration of the program? So you need to look at all these things. When you are looking to choose an institution. Now, I'm going to give you a small demo. We have a student who is looking at a particular program called Business Analytics, a postgraduate diploma in Business Analytics in Canada. So I've taken a course link. I'm going to go on that course link and tell you how does it look. Okay. So this is the course link. When I clicked on this link, the page for that particular program in this college. This is the college in question is St. Clair College in Canada. The program is your data analytics for business. Okay. Now this is the information which you will find here is that what is the duration of the program. The 2-year Ontario College graduate certificate. It has a September intake. Okay. As of now it says open, right? This is the program code. Okay. This is a program code. You would find the career opportunities mentioned on the website. You would find the name of the program advisor on the website. Okay. Now you could find information about admissions. What are the admissions requirements for international students? They have admission policies. You could go there and see for yourself in detail. Okay. Now, what are the courses? What would you be studying in this program? This is the curriculum. So this is, they are showing you the subjects which they're going to teach you semester wise. Okay, so you would have a fair idea of what are you going to study throughout the program, throughout the 2 years of the program. Okay, now the tuition fees, for example, this is the link where they say the tuition fees. Let me just open it up and say, see what does it say. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, okay. So this opens up. Now what is data analytics? 1 second. Let me just see. Control F. Data analytics. Okay. Data analytics for business. They are saying an international tuition fee of 7574 for 21 fall intake, which means approximately $15,000 a year. So you have all this information here. Okay. So what else is there? Learning outcome. So, my point being that this is the research which you need to do yourself as a student too. You just cannot say, I mean, um, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be good that um, you prepare yourself before you even apply? And this is what I always tell to my students. Please prepare yourself. We assist the student, I assist the student, my team assists the student and their family in putting together all this information, you know, uh, you know, right before you even apply for admission to the institute. What you shouldn't be doing is what a lot of other people, students and the families do is they apply for the admission letter, they get admission, spend time, in doing that, and then they seek all this information which I'm asking you to do or seek right before you do that. This is what you should be doing, and this is how I want you guys to do. Okay. So guys, this today's session was a very quick session on how should you be going about choosing an institute where you would want to study. Up till now you would have chosen your country, you would have shortlisted few courses you would want to study. Now, when it comes to choosing an institute, this is the exact method which you should be doing. Now, what I expect from you guys is that I want, if you have not done your homework, if you have not submitted your homework, please go back to the group. I've put up all the recordings for day one and day two. I would also be putting up the recording for day three. Do your homework, do your research, shortlist a country, shortlist few courses, put together a small list of the institutes which you would want to study, and then come back to us. And I will help you further in in refining and finalizing and preparing your application for the submission on day after tomorrow. Okay. So this was all for today. Thank you so much for taking your time and being here on this session on choosing an institute. And I would see you guys soon tomorrow, soon and tomorrow. How does it work? I would see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. and take up with a new session. And basically, tomorrow we're going to talk about how to put together your application portfolio, how to prepare your profile for the final submission for the offer letter. All right. Thank you so much. And till then, stay safe, please.